His name is Rich Williams. He was a virtual lock for the 2002 NFL Draft, an offensive lineman who could bench press 225 pounds, a stunning 50 times in succession. As a college starter, Williams allowed just 1 sack in 21 games. That'll get the old celly ringing off the hook. It did. More than half the teams in the NFL came calling. But Williams has been playing on Sundays. In fact, he's not playing football at all. Tom Rinaldi has his story.
For Rich Williams, the horizon of his future was clear and suddenly close.
Man, I can't wait to get to the NFL, And that was all he talked about, was playing football and going to the NFL.
It's nothing like your first love. Football is like a woman, you know, the first one you fall in love with.
And football loved Rich back. A 6'3", 345-pound offensive lineman at Gardner-Webb University in North Carolina, a Division I AA All-American, he was a standout at the 2001 Blue-Gray All-Star Game.
And once again, they're running right behind Richard Williams as he absolutely drills Anthony Fletcher of UCLA.
Agents and NFL scouts grew interested, but Williams' interest started to dim.
I said, what are you feeling? He said, I don't know. I just feel in my heart that I don't want to do this anymore.
I look at it as a job. I ain't looking at it as a game. And for the past 3 years of my college football career, that's the way I began with football, as a job. And after a while, the job began to become old pretty much. You know, this wasn't fun anymore.
Despite his private concerns, the process continued, along with the expectations. Williams signed with an agent and conducted a private workout. More than 20 NFL teams showed up.
He wasn't invited to the NFL Combine, so this was his opportunity to show the team what he was like, what type of athlete he was, and he knocked them dead.
He was strong as an ox, had a very good bench press number there. I remember him being a very physically strong guy comparatively to the other guys that were in the draft.
Williams' NFL status climbed. Mel Kiper Jr. labeled him a 2002 draft sleeper, and the speculation over contract numbers started to fly. What estimates were you hearing on a signing bonus?
Anywhere from $500 to $750,000.
What estimates of a contract?
I think overall, second or third round draft choice, he's looking at a 3 to 4 year contract worth nearly $2 million.
With his stock rising just weeks before the 2002 draft, so were Williams' doubts about playing for the NFL, for the money, or others.
He knew, in the back of his mind, that people were going to, if he didn't want to play, that they would say, well, you're crazy to turn down the money. Or they'd say, well, you're just scared that you can't play in the NFL.
With the draft less than 2 weeks away, Williams had visits set up with several NFL teams, beginning with the Dolphins. Already uneasy under the team's scrutiny, the first visit would be his last.
I think that's when he really said, this is not happening. Because he called me and he said, Mom, you wouldn't believe what they do to people. He said, I felt like I was on a slave block. And he said, there I was standing on this thing in the middle of the floor, and all these people looking at me, and I'm in my underwear. And he said, no, this is not happening. He said, I can't do that, Mom. He said, my life would not be my own.
I called Brian. I said, Brian, I don't want to play anymore. He said, Rick, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure.
When you hung up the phone, the first thought in your mind was what?
You gotta be kidding me.
Parker, Williams' agent, called the league office and officially withdrew Williams' name from the draft by saying no to the NFL, to a non-refundable signing bonus worth $500,000 or more. Williams left everyone with an overwhelming question. Why?
Why? Honestly, people, for a long time, people were thinking, why? It's something that, and me being a Christian, I don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. So I do know this. I am a part of God's will and part of his plan.
Why would God have wanted you to play then and not now?
To make the decision that I made. To see where I really took the stand. God brought me up so high to see where I let it all go.
Why not try it?
Because I don't have a desire to play anymore. That's simple. And I just thought about it saying.
If his religious faith as an explanation is difficult for others to understand, Williams doesn't care.
Look at the long run. Look at the big picture. A lot of these people out here are lost. They're so overwhelmed. They're so drowned by their money and temptations of this world that they can't even see how screwed up they are in their head. But people think that's success. They think I'm crazy. I'm crazy because I'm living my life the right way.
I can't fathom turning that kind of money down. Now, I do appreciate, and I told Rich, I didn't want him to go to camp and quit just to get the bonus money and do it. But that's so much money, what kid wouldn't do that?
Why not take the signing bonus, see if you like it, and keep the money?
Why not just go rob a bank at gunpoint? That's the same exact thing. I'm a man of convictions. I don't think that's right. That's stealing. It starts right here. It don't start from the first game. It starts right here.
Williams has not given up football.
Better come to meet me. Better come to meet me. Let's go.
Now, he's an assistant coach at Kings Point High School in North Carolina, working toward his teaching certificate.
Hey, guys. Y'all still coming with your shoulders. I want to punch. Hold the bag up. I want to punch. You're going to lock in. You're going to punch. And then you're going to rip and make the tackle. Okay, this is what y'all do.
His salary, roughly 5% of what his NFL signing bonus might have been.
Still to this day, and I think maybe one reason you're here, he could declare himself a free agent right now and see he's changed his mind and ready to play. I think he'd be a millionaire right today. I still, to this day, receive phone calls, maybe one or two every week or so, from offensive line coaches to player personnel directors. You know, what happened to Big Rip? Where's Big Rip?
Rich Williams is where his decision has taken him, on his terms.
A way for everybody to check their own lives with the choices that they make. Are you doing it because of what somebody else can do, or is it what you really want?
A lot of people think because I'm not playing in the NFL, I don't have a lot to offer. But I had just as much offer if I was playing. What's the difference between me now and me having a lot of money? I'm still Richard Williams.
Despite his stance, half a dozen NFL teams thought they could change his mind. Before the 2003 draft, they called his agent, inviting him to camp as a free agent. Williams did consider it for exactly one day, but he stayed away. There is something that Rich Williams would like to do one day, enter the world's strongest man competition.